When playing solo versus squads, you'll occasionally get yourself in a tough situation or two, as you can currently see. I did have the high ground, but it wasn't the best positioning since I didn't have much cover or the angles to take out the enemies. The best option for me in this engagement was to push down and reassess the situation. As I've mentioned before, most solo versus squad scenarios are generally the same, but there are occasions where you can't account for unforeseen variables. The enemy's cluster strike forced me to push out. Luckily, I was able to reposition on higher ground, allowing me to gain advantage once again. One thing that I constantly preach is to make every 1v4 situation into 4 1v1s. The way to do this is to always reposition when possible. Learn from your enemy's mistakes. This individual here did the worst thing you can do, and that is rush when you're in open terrain. This made it a lot easier for me to get the knock, as you just saw. I've got half the squad eliminated so far. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, to always play smart and to not get too confident. The job is not complete until you get that satisfying squad wipe. When you're in a 1v4 confrontation, you tend to get distracted, but you must always be aware of enemy classes such as the spotter class. That's one thing that I also have to continue to improve. Getting yourself stuck in a cluster strike can get you sent back to the lobby immediately. Sometimes you're forced to retreat and reposition, as you just saw. This is where your tacticals come into play. Make sure you have a few smoke grenades on hand to provide you cover when the situation gets messy. Now that I've healed up, I must continue to be aggressive. I know this squad is trying to retrieve its squad mates' tags, which I mustn't allow. It's been a long fight, but now I've turned this situation into a 1v1. Well, that was a lot easier than I expected. Remember, folks, always remain calm and composed.